Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Triumph and Despair, a Star Wars RPG adventure from the Jodo cast. I'm Evan, and of course I've got with me Leo and Joe and GM Seth. So we're going to get right back into the action. I think we were in trouble last time we left. But before we do that, of course, we have to say thank you to the finest batch of humanity that was ever put upon the face of the earth, and that's our patrons who give their time and affection over at patreon.com/thejodocast. They are truly national treasures here on the JodoCast. So we thank them profusely. And yes, I think that's it. I don't think we have anything else to really say at this moment besides that. So I think Seth can tell me to stop talking.
All right. Well,
he has no problem saying stop talking.
No problem whatsoever. So,
excellent.
He doesn't even just be like, no, this is your show, Evan. He just jumps right in and is all like, God, you finally shut up.
Right.
Yeah, it's like took long enough. Jeez.
So, where we left off last time was outside of a bar on the planet Bunta, with some unsavory character types around. But before we do that, let's roll Destiny Pool. So,
2 light side. Oh no! I cleaned up.
GM got
I
one
cleaned up
light
my
side.
table and I put my dice away.
Oh no!
Wait, you cleaned your table?
Yeah, I needed the room.
For more projects?
Yeah, I was painting magic wands. Okay.
You weren't working on the artwork that you were working on?
What artwork?
The one.
Exactly.
The only one in the pipeline right now.
Okay, I'm grabbing my dice, guys.
Terrific. See, I don't feel so bad for having to do that. Like, hang on, guys. Don't start recording yet.
Okay.
I got one GM point.
One dark side. And then what did you get, Joe?
2 light side.
Okay. And what did you get, Evan?
One dark side.
Okay. So we got 3 light side and 2 dark side to start with. Alrighty then. So, since we left on a cliffhanger, we will jump right back into it. We met up, last episode we met up and took a ride in the ship, the Rain and Chubb, formerly the Emerald Nexu. And we arrived on Bunta, one of the planets right before Hutt Space, on the way to Slahiron to track down the first clue in where the Old Republic Museum treasure had been taken by Governor Jerk-Tavion, you know. And so you guys had gone into the bar and talked to an information broker, Ral Jax, who was a Chadra fan, and he gave you the name of the Hutt who had been dealing in some artifacts and stuff lately, and who he thought was probably the one to talk to about Imperials coming through with artifacts. And it was Sir Mikowalt, for a refresher, CERMICO''ALC. And you guys were leaving the bar, loose lips, and that's where we are right now. So we've come out of the bar, and you've seen a good scattering of unsavory characters start to approach in a confrontational manner. What will you do?
Well, I, Elisar, am going to just as casually as possible attempt to walk through the group unassumingly, but, communicating that I am going to walk through them and I will not be bothered.
So you're gonna fly casual.
That
Fly
is
casual.
exactly what I'm doing.
Okay. All right. What are you guys doing? Are you going to follow him, try to follow him through, so just everyone's walking, or what are you doing?
Is there anything in this alley? Obviously we just came out of the bar, but is there any other shops alongside here?
Say that again, Joe. You kind of cut out.
Are there any shops in this alley? Or this street, sorry. Besides
Any
the
shops?
bar?
There's some street vendors, yeah, kind of thing. There's still some people around, but the majority of people that you see now that you've come out of the bar is mostly these group of thugs and ruffians.
Are they all humans?
They're not. They're a conglomerate of aliens. So they look a little bit more intimidating than the Buzz.
A little?
Just a
not
little.
too much?
I think I'm actually going to follow Elisar, but when I get up to them, I'm actually going to turn around and try and blend in with them so they think I'm one of them.
Okay. So you're trying to ignore them, right? So these mercenary type guys, they're kind of coming towards you as a group. They're not just heading towards the door. You kind of notice that they are heading straight for the group of you guys. And as Elisar goes to try to pass the first one, he actually reaches out his hand and tries to grab your arm and says, "Hey."
I stop and look at him. Yes.
"Did you guys come in on that fancy ship?"
What fancy ship?
The one that's painted with green.
There's probably a lot of green ships around here, but no, we didn't come in on a green ship.
Okay, so deception roll there.
Okay, let me see what I got here. Skills. Deception. 2 green. How difficult is that?
This is going to be... One second. It's going to be 2... It's going to be an average check, but black dice, because they're pretty sure they saw you come in off that.
I succeed with 3 threat.
With 3 threat.
Yep.
Okay.
Great.
All right. So the guy who stepped out and he's holding on to Elisar's arm, he says, "Well, it don't matter what ship you came in on. You guys are the ones asking around about, art stuff, right?
Art stuff.
You guys have been asking too many questions. You need to come with us."
What are you, the art police?
What if they are the art police?
Then we might have a problem.
"We don't care what kind of stuff it is, but someone else wants to talk to you about it."
Why?
You guys are asking too many questions.
I forgot my wallet in the bar. I'll be right back. I turn around to walk back towards the bar.
I roll my eyes at him.
"Nobody's going anywhere." And he pulls out his blaster.
I stop in my tracks. I thought that would work.
Does he pull it out on me?
He pulls it out, and it's not on you. It's not aiming at Arsh specifically, but it's kind of in his direction.
If it was going to be aimed at someone, it would be him.
It would be at Arsh, yeah. So he's not aiming
Good.
at you. So he's holding you with his left hand, and he's holding his gun kind of over here, "Get away from the door, come on."
Oh, so he is in engaged range with me.
He is in
but
engaged
he's not
range,
pointing
but
the
he's
weapon
not
at
pointing
me.
a weapon at you.
How many of them are there?
There are 12 of them.
Oh.
Never mind.
You know what, guys? I still don't think we're the fellas you're looking for, but you need work. looks like you could use a new job. This one isn't working out for you. We might have something for you. How about I'll just use a charm.
You think that you could hire us away?
I apparently failed my charm check.
You can go ahead and roll it if you want.
How hard do you want it to be then?
It's going to be hard with a black because
that's
you're
3?
in hut space.
Yes.
Okay, I got 2 greens.
Plus a black.
Yeah, and a black. I failed with a threat.
You don't seem to know where you're at. This is Boonta.
I look at the street name. This is Bunta Street. Every street name is just different numbers of the word Bunta. That's how you know, instead of like 3rd Street, it's just Bunta Street.
Boonta times 3. And you have to say it 3 times too.
Right, it's cultural.
Look, I'm tired of your lip. You come with us, either walk in or we'll drag you.
I'm gonna just sit down on the ground. Fine.
So another guy behind you guys, Arsh, he pulls out his gun and he aims it at the back of your head.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear a word of that.
I was saying there's another guy in the group behind you pulls out his gun and he aims it at the back of your head and he says, "Have it your way."
I don't like this situation.
Okay.
I'm gonna stand up.
All right.
So where are we going, fellas?
You're coming with us to see the boss.
We've already talked to your boss.
Well, that's not what he said. He wanted us to come get you.
Fine,
Okay.
let's just get this over
As
with.
he's saying this, a hover, sled comes by, or comes around the corner here,
Shotgun.
intent on picking you guys up.
Get in.
All right, so you guys are gonna get in?
Yes.
I'm waiting for someone to open a door for me.
The door's already open.
It's kind of
Get
like
in.
one of those open.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's kind of like those
Okay.
open sleds. Just basically got a driver with like a platform, maybe some rails.
Okay, well, I sit on it with my legs dangling off the edge. Kind of kicking my feet.
All right. So you guys are climbing in, and as you are climbing in,
Do we have a way that we could maybe secretly message 9?
yeah, I mean you could try to communicate with them. You got they haven't tied you up or anything.
Use a force point to say you bought like a watch, like Lando's, that he uses to talk.
All right, I'll do that. I'll flip a light side point. I've got like a digital calculator watch that can page 9. I just have to push the 9 on it. And
Speed dial 9.
it's like the distress code.
Okay. So this sled comes in, and you guys get on it, and your Arsh is pressing the button there to summon 9.
Well, I'm just telling them that something is wrong. I don't even know if
wrong.
he's.
Okay.
He might have me on mute.
You might have notifications turned off.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've hit the button, and a couple other open air speeders come and get the rest of the guys who are part of the party there. And so you take off down the street, and the hover sled's not really fast, so it's just kind of clipping along at a easy pace, and the others are following you there, kind of weaving their way through the town. And as you come around a corner into a more open air street. There's not quite as many people around. You guys have been traveling for a few minutes there, maybe 5 or 10 minutes, and you start to hear like the roar of an engine, and all of a sudden, going across the sky comes the Rain Chub. 9 has received your distress call, and your watch beeps, Arsh.
I look up into the sky with wide eyes. He got my message.
And the mercenaries are looking up at the ship because it kind of did that low flyover, and kind of swung the back end around where it kind of stopped to face it's not like blocking the way, but it's like over the street in front of the direction that you're going. So a couple of them, the one who grabbed Elisar's arm and is sitting in the front there, he pulls his blaster and he says, well, what's going on here? What did you guys do? And he's still got his blaster drawn. But they're clearly slowing by at the approach of a freighter pulling in their path, looking menacingly down on them. Who is this? What's going on?
So did they stop? Or just slow down?
They kind of slowed, but they're still kind of going towards it.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, the Arsh's watch is like beeping, going off. He kind of looks over at Arsh and he's like, "Who's that? Who's calling you? Is that your ship?" I told you.
I already told you we didn't come in on a
green wings.
ship.
It's his mom.
Yeah, it's just.
She calls all the time.
She really does.
Well, is his mom on that ship right there with the green wings? It's right there.
No, I see the ship. No, it's not. I don't know who that is. That's probably somebody who you guys crossed because you don't seem like very polite people. There, I said it.
Have they put any binders on us?
They have not.
Okay, am I still in engage range with this main guy with his weapon pulled?
He's not. He doesn't have his arm on you anymore, but he is like standing next to you in the sled at an engaged range, probably, a foot apart.
I am going to, with one hand, go for the gun, and with another hand, swing at his face.
Okay, so you're gonna go start a conflict here. So that's going to be an unarmed.
Yeah, brawl.
Okay. So your brawl then is going to be average. And what's your unarmed?
I've got a 3 brawn and a 1 in brawl.
Okay, so one rank. So.
Yep.
All right,
and 2 purple.
So yeah, go ahead and roll it as average. Mm-hmm. And you're going for his gun, or are you going for your gun?
I'm taking his gun away and punching him in the face.
Okay. So that's going to be... Let's see.
Well, you said average, right?
Well, yeah, so it's going to be average for the brawl.
Yeah.
But you're also trying to kind of grapple with him to get the gun.
That wouldn't just be one whole move.
Yeah, we'll add a black since you're trying to do kind of 2 things at once. We'll go with that.
Okay, you got rid of all of my advantages with that, but I still have 3 successes.
All right. So again, he's sitting there with the gun out, not pointed at anyone in particular, or actually, he's probably pointed at the ship, like it's right there. So it's like sticking out, like right in front of your face.
Mm-hmm.
So you reach out, and do you grab the gun or do you grab his wrist?
I grab the top of the gun with my left hand and punch him with the right.
And just square in the jaw?
Yeah.
Okay.
So then as it happens, what I want to do is to take the gun out of his hand as he's going down.
Okay. So, let's see here. So, how much damage does that do?
Should just be my brawn Is it brawn plus extra successes, I think?
On the brawl?
Yeah, so it would be like 3 plus 2, 5, I think.
I think so.
Well, and then his soak deducts, so
Yeah.
whatever that'd be.
Okay. So you grab his gun and you hit him square in the jaw. However, it definitely hits him and kind of stuns him for a second. But while you grab the gun and you definitely have control of where it's going, he doesn't let go of it.
Mm.
He's still got a good enough grip on it that you haven't pulled it out of his hand yet.
Okay.
And I think that's going to be a roll for initiative.
And
As the speeders screech to a stop.
vigilance.
For you guys, it would be cool.
Okay.
Two advantage.
Wow, 3 hits.
3 success.
Yep.
Also
Okay.
3 success.
Also 3 success.
Yes.
Okay. Alright, so let's see. There's 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So, the order is going to be 2 player slots, 1 of my minion groups, or actually 2 of my minion groups will go, and then another player slot, and then the last minion group will go. So Joel only rolled better than 1 minion group. Alright, so the speeders all slow to a halt, okay, as you deck the guy, and his head whips back, and he's a little off balance, kind of leaning against the rail, and you've got a hold of his gun. But like I said, he didn't drop it. What do you do now?
With my one hand still on his weapon, I want to use my maneuver to pull out my blaster pistol and then try to shoot him. And I think I have point blank, so that's +1 damage per rank at close and engaged range.
Okay.
That's just +1 damage. So range light, 2 agility 3. So it's going to be 2 green and a yellow, and then at this range 1 purple.
Since you're in,
I don't have the bands in front of me.
Yeah. Yes, 1 purple.
Okay, 1 purple is for engage range.
Yes.
Okay, so 2 green, 1 yellow, 1 purple.
If it's a melee, then it's 2. That's the range. Unless there's a modifier on a gun that says it's more because it's too close or something.
So we got a success, a threat, and a triumph.
Ooh, very nice. All right,
So I'm open to suggestions on the triumph.
So it's your triumph. So describe how
Crit
you
him
take
right
this
in the
guy
face.
out.
I will crit
How many
him.
triumphs do you need to trigger a crit?
Just 1, isn't it?
Well, yes. With minion groups, a crit is equal to a kill.
So, and that's against the group, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, it'll kill 1 of the minions in the group.
Okay. Well, I
Outright.
guess it'll be the one that I'm shooting in the face. So,
Okay.
the whole thing grabbed the weapon, punched him. He went down, or he sort of staggered. His head snapped back, and he snapped back to find my blaster pistol in his face, and then shot him square in the nose.
He has no
Now
face.
he has no
Now
face.
he has no face.
And hopefully all the other minions got a good look at that, and they should all be intimidated, and I'd hope they would all have a setback die for all of their next actions.
Okay. All right. At least the minion group he's a part of definitely does.
I can live with that.
Okay. All right. Next, who's gonna go next? Got the another PC slot here.
Leo, unless you have a bright idea, I've got something I want to try.
Yeah, do your thing.
I'm gonna actually.
My bright idea was just going to involve drawing my gun and shooting it. It's not very exciting.
I'm gonna actually try and lunge for the controls of the speeder we're on,
Okay.
and if possible, after I get to them, I'm gonna try and turn us around and moving in the other direction.
Okay.
All right,
There is a guy.
We're
There's a
facing.
guy in this.
We're
in
facing
the,
our
in the
ship,
driver's
right?
seat. Yeah, you're facing the ship right now.
Trying to. But where's everybody else? Because they're not all on this speeder with us.
No, there's two other speeders with you guys, kind of behind you, and like flanking you on like the back left or back right, and there's 4 guys in each, and then there was 4 guys with you guys on this like sled kind of thing. One of them was driving, one of them was standing with the 2 of you guys, and then the other 2 were kind of behind you in the back of the sled.
Okay, but besides the ones who are on the thing with us, everyone's behind us.
Yeah, in other speeders.
All right, well, I'm going to go for the controls and try and just accelerate.
Okay. So you're going to try to take control of him over like the shoulder of the guy who's driving it?
Yeah, or, kick the guy away from the controls and grab him.
Okay.
Like,
I think you'd probably have to get him out of the way first.
All right, so I just need to athletics or brawl him?
I think probably
to
brawl.
Try and push him
if
off
you're gonna
the
try
thing. I'm trying to push him off
to physically
the
move
cart, so that way when I hit the gas, he's going to get left behind.
Okay.
So is that going to be a brawl?
Yeah, that's going to be a brawl.
Difficulty?
It's going to be average because he is sitting in the seat there.
Sorry, what was
Got
the
his hands on
difficulty?
the wheel.
Keeps cutting out
average.
a bunch. Okay.
Sorry about that.
Oh, no, that's just my internet. Okay, so I've got a yellow die and 2 purples. I failed with 1 threat.
Okay. So you move over to him and you try to push him, right?
But he's just kind of like...
But he's actually a big fat Gamorrean, and you don't even move him. He just kind of looks down at you, but he doesn't really understand what you're doing. He just thinks that you're standing next to him.
I'm
pushing
actually
on him.
going to try and play it off like you had there was like a cat hair on your shirt. I got it for you. You're good.
Okay, all right. So the other minions in the group there, they react as Elisar shoots the guy who had them leading them in the face, and they draw their blasters and attempt to make a shot off at Elisar. So they will roll. Elisar, they take aim at you from close proximity.
Mm-hmm.
They get off a couple good shots at you since you were kind of grappling with their leader there for a second, and they actually do 8 points of damage.
Okay, well, my soak is 3, so I'll take 5 of that.
Okay. And so then the minion group back to the right, they saw what happened, and they start to disembark from their speeder. They parked it, like you guys were kind of spread out because you guys were in air. These are like not air speeders per se, but you guys were far enough apart that they kind of parked it, and they start to run over to you guys, taking out their blasters, and they are also going to take aim, probably at Elisar there, since he just fired off a shot, but it's a little more difficult for them because you guys are up in this hover sled, but they are and they're running towards you guys. And they got 2 failures and a threat. So, as they run up to you guys, one of the guys stumbles and falls into one of the others as he's running, and they are kind of jostled as they're trying to get to you guys, and so they will have a black on their next attempt. All right, so your last PC slot here.
Well, I was going to try and shove the 2 guys. So the other 2 guys are kind of standing on the back, right?
Yeah, like, so it's like, when, think of like the hover sled as basically a big slab of metal, but it's got like a rail going around it, with this basically just like a seat, and for the driver, it's like just a seat for the driver. So it's like a cargo hauler almost.
Like, how far apart are?
You're not engaged with them.
Well, I meant, how far apart are those 2 guys in the backside standing?
They were kind of on either corner. Like, say if it was like a big metal slab that you're standing on, one was in one corner and one was the other in the back. So probably far enough apart that you couldn't necessarily reach both of them with your hand, with both hands.
Okay. And like how far off the ground is this sled?
I mean, it as it kind of came to a stop, it kind of lowers down a little bit, so it's a land speeder.
Okay, yeah. I wasn't sure if it was like a little bit higher up or if it was just right, basically at ground level.
Yeah, it's at ground level.
Well, let's see. Joe's probably not going to be moving the driver anytime soon, so.
Yeah.
I was going to try. I was all like, oh, that's a great idea, Joe. And then I'll just shove the 2 guys off the back. But now now I guess I can just shoot them.
Yeah.
Which I'm going to do. Or attempt to. Or did they take our weapons away?
No, they didn't.
In the face, so.
They might have been taking us to like a party.
Maybe.
I mean, like
We'll never know now.
All right.
We can still go after we've killed
We can
everybody.
still go to the party. Surely,
we'll just
search them for invitations.
We'll just pull up with the sled full of bodies.
All right.
And dump them in front of the party.
So it's going to be easy difficulty. You're at about as short range as you can get.
Well, I got 2 advantages.
Okay.
That's it.
Awesome.
That was a terrible roll. What were you doing?
All right, so you pull your blaster out, and what do you do?
I apparently I miss them, but I do manage to blow away the railing behind them. So now there's no railing behind them anymore.
Okay, all right. So maybe just a good shove could knock him off the back there. Okay. So as you do that, the final group also sets down their speeder, and they get out to come help as well. And they're gonna.
Oh, they're coming to help us. That's nice.
Yes, they are. They're gonna help you with help you get rid of some of your health. So they are gonna aim at you since you were just firing out the back. Okay. So let's see here. Okay. So let's see. Make sure they don't have anything here. Okay, so they're shooting at you, Goose, and
Jerks.
you shoot it at those 2 guys and you clear the railing, but as they're running up to the side, they have a pretty clear shot at you, and they actually get off 8 points of damage, but it's bad enough that they actually give you a critical hit.
They what?
Wow.
Critical hit.
Critical hit.
Okay, yeah, I couldn't hear what you were saying.
Critical hit.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm getting used to a stationary mic here. So, let us roll for that.
Is the first crit roll of the game?
I think this is the first crit roll of the game.
Yeah. Don't roll 100.
Alright, hold on a second here. I gotta grab my die here. Was ill prepared for a crit here, Leo.
Sorry, I mean, I could roll my D100.
Yeah, if you got one
I got
handy.
mine here.
Yeah, you do that then.
Okay. And I got an 89.
Oh, jeez.
Ooh, high numbers are always good
Yeah.
on crit charts.
89. Alright, let's see here what we got.
Loses a limb.
89.
Right?
Okay. Compromised.
Oof.
Increased difficulty of all skill checks by 1 until the end of the encounter.
That don't sound good.
At least it goes away relatively
It's
quickly.
only till the end of the encounter.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Alright.
Could have been a lot worse.
Yes, it definitely could have.
It's pretty close to it, too.
Alright, so we are at the beginning and we're back around.
So there's
So you got 2 peace lead
so
slots here.
Yeah, what was Arsh up to last
3
time?
living people on our thing. I was shoving a guy.
I'm sorry,
with
how much?
no
Whoa, just a sec. Oh, how much damage did I end up taking then?
8
Again,
8
was it
damage,
8?
yeah.
Okay, so Ahsoka 1,
Oh,
so
gosh.
7. Sweet. I've still got 5 wounds left. No big deal.
Okay. Okay, Arsh was trying to do something before. What was that?
I was just shoving the driver.
He was
To no
fondling the
effect.
Gamorrean.
Oh, okay. Do you think you'd be able to get 9
I think.
over your gizmo to get him to...
Well, he's still hovering above us, looking at all this, isn't he?
He is. So your watch is still beeping.
I look and it's like actually an incoming call. Is it going to take like an action to like communicate with him? Because I would like
No,
to.
we'll have it as an incidental.
Okay. 9. Thank God you're here.
What's going on?
We were like soft kidnapped, and we need you to get us out of here.
So do you want me
We're
to...
not actually sure what they're. Yeah, just open the ramp, and we're gonna get on, or you come to us. I don't know. Make it work.
All right. So he starts to land the ship and open the door.
You don't have to. I mean, can you hover with the ramp open so we can get away fast? Like, keep the engine running.
I'll keep it on. All right.
Okay. See you soon. Bye. Hang up. I want to try and point blank this Gamorrean in the back of the head, and then just kind of sit on his lap to take the controls because I can't really move him.
Okay. All right.
So at least we can like drive up to our ship. So I am only going to do it with one weapon. I have 2 pistols, but I don't need to shoot him in the back of the head with 2 guns.
Okay.
So that's just going to be
gonna be
ranged
easy.
light at engaged range.
Yeah, and I'll give you a blue because he's sitting in a chair. Still.
So what did you say, a blue die?
A blue because he's sitting down.
All right, and only 1 purple.
Only one.
So I level the gun right at the back of his head. He's wearing one of those like Gamorrean helmets, and I make sure I like kind of tuck the gun underneath the helmet.
Okay.
What could go wrong? By the way, I'm rolling 2 yellows, 2 greens, a blue, and 1 purple.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
Straight blank.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 hits or 5 success, 1 advantage. Let me check my weapon. See how much damage that does.
Probably 6.
Enough.
I'm pretty sure it's enough.
5, 6, 7, 8. No, that's 10 damage with 1 advantage.
Okay. So yeah, you fry him pretty good. How's that? So what does he do? Does he move? Does he fall over?
He just kind of slumps to the side, like there's like a squeal, not quite, but like slowly releasing from like the breath he had just taken.
Right.
And now there's just kind of a smoking hole. There's smoke coming out of the back of his head. And he just kind of slouched. So because that was my action, so I guess with my maneuver, can I just hop over his shoulders and sit at the controls?
Yeah. I'd say you could probably kick it into gear too.
Yeah, do I need to take a strain to do that or anything? For like an extra maneuver?
Yeah, do that.
Okay.
And then
Yeah, so I'll take a strain and I'm gonna accelerate towards our ship.
Okay, so top speed.
Yeah, is this thing small enough to just drive up the ramp of our ship?
If it's the cargo bay, probably. If he has the cargo bay open.
Does he?
I don't know. Do you have any light side points left?
We have one.
Yeah. Yeah, there it goes. He totally had.
He totally has the cargo bay
Yeah.
open.
We're gonna
Joe just
drive
burns
it
through those.
straight in there.
Okay, so here's what's gonna happen then.
Oh dear.
Hold on. Well, I need to roll a check for my minion group here. Give me 1 second.
Also, I might imagine that the sudden acceleration of the cart is going to throw everybody besides me off balance, and maybe throw in some black dice for stuff.
All right, so
Unless they might,
I did take that into consideration here,
Okay.
and
You're really milking that one advantage you got.
and so yes, the two guys in the back failed their athletics check, and they did fall out the back of the
Nice.
now railless hover sled here.
I love it when a plan comes together.
However, you are going at an incredible top speed of 1. So you're not really going that fast.
They can run and hop back on.
No.
Well, that's good because I was envisioning a scenario where Joe drives us up the ramp too fast and we just sort of keep going up and we slam the sled and ourselves against the ceiling of our cargo bay and we all die.
Yes, exactly. So you, I think Elisar and Goose need to make an athletics check as well. To just easy
when you
for
say
you guys.
range, or is it coordination or athletics? But when you say speed 1, is that like a game term?
Yeah, sorry. It's
Okay.
Yeah, it's
when you
just
said
like
I'm
for a vehicle.
1 kilometer per hour.
Yes, exactly. No, it's gonna be about the slowest a hover
Right.
vehicle is gonna go. It's still gonna be faster than a person can walk or run, but so basically the other two are gonna the other two mini groups would have to turn and run back to their barge as well before they could even pursue.
What's the difficulty of the athletics check we need to make?
Just an easy. It's like I said, it wasn't a huge.
So 1 per
So is that 1 or is that 2?
It's 1,
Two
but
is normal.
throw a black in because you didn't really see that he was starting it.
Well,
because couldn't see
you
behind
also
the
have
Gamorrean.
an extra difficulty, Leo, because of your crit.
That is true.
Yeah. I'm falling on my face. It's too bad it's athletics instead of coordination. I'm very coordinated. I am not very athletic.
I feel like you could.
I think you could do.
Oh,
Yeah, I
man.
think you could do coordination.
So if we do athletics, I've got
I'll let you do
Not good
coordination.
stuff.
I'll let you do coordination.
I've got not good stuff. I fall right on my face.
My athletics came out to 1 success, 1 advantage.
However, it's coordination. I totally succeed standing up.
Okay. All right. So Goose almost falls off the back, but he grabs where the rail had where he'd shot it off. He grabs it there, and is able to keep himself from tumbling over after the two
Burn my hand.
minion groups. Yeah,
Is the seat at the very back of the thing? I've been picturing it at the very front.
Yeah, it's at the very
Okay.
front. Like if it's a big
So
square, you're in
I
the chair
turn
in
over
front.
my shoulder and go, "Hang on!"
All right, so you take off at a blistering pace towards the open cargo door of the Rain and Chubb, and so the minion, you guys get far enough away that one of the minion groups. Well, first of all, are you guys gonna do anything else? Are you gonna shoot at the ones back there still? Or are you just gonna?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you still have a PC slot.
We've still got actions, right?
Yep. All right. So who's
Well,
going to take the other PC slot?
Yeah, before I shoot at those other guys, though, first I'm gonna make a rude gesture at the guys that just fell off
With your maneuver.
No, wouldn't that just be an incidental?
Yeah, that would.
He'll take a strain to do the rude gesture.
Yeah, I'll take a strain if I need to.
A strain for the rude gesture. No, you don't have to do that.
To give him the old Duros 3-fingered salute. It's a very, very, very insulting gesture among Duros.
Okay.
So now with that out of the way, I shoot at the other guys.
The ones that just fell off, or the ones that are
the ones that had hopped off their sled and shot at me.
Okay, the ones that shot at you. Got it.
Yeah. I'm going to for my maneuver, I'm going to aim and then.
Okay. It's gonna be medium range.
Okay.
Which is actually gonna be one. It's gonna be a hard check for you.
Yep. So it'd be 3.
Yes.
Oh man. Nice. I still succeed with a couple advantages and 3 hits.
Nice.
Which should be so that's 6 damage, or sorry, 9 damage.
Okay. So you take careful aim, and you recognize the guy who shot at you and hit you, and how do you take him out?
I probably would have just been aiming for the chest, and so I just burn a hole into his chest.
All right. So he falls.
So they were like, or even better, I think they were probably trying to scramble back onto their sled at this point. So actually, rather than the chest, I shot him in the back.
Okay. All right. So he was running back.
Mm-hmm.
So that minion group was running back towards their speeder, as you guys were. The other minion group, however, they tried to take a pot shot at you still, as you were driving away.
Let them come.
So, let's see here. Ooh, there's a lot of blanks. So they got 2 failures and 2 threats. So they did not hit you at all. They were definitely just kind of shooting wildly as you drive off. So they take their shot and then they turn to run back to their speeder, and they get in the speeder. Or they're able to get in the speeder, but they haven't taken off yet with their action. So the other ones, the same. They had to run back and they got in, but they are still a step behind you guys since you kind of got the jump on taking off. So Elisar has a turn.
So we're looking at. Just trying to keep track.
You got 2 prone on the ground from the group that you just cut in half.
Okay.
And then you've got 2 others that have got back in their speeder, and they're winding up the engines to chase after you.
But there's none left in our speeder, right? They're
Correct.
They're gone. All right.
Well, you've got 2 dead bodies, but
Well, yeah, but they're not a threat.
no.
Okay, so the most immediate threat are the ones in the other speeder coming after us.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Then I'm gonna, if the other 2 guys have the speeder under control, I'm going to use my maneuver to take some cover.
Okay.
Or is this the one where the rail got blasted off?
Well, it is, but I mean, there's still rails on the sides and stuff. You could feasibly take a little bit of cover.
Okay, so I do that, and I fire back at them, not really taking great effort to aim, so just a regular old taking a shot at them.
Okay. So it's going to be medium range.
Okay,
and
so average?
And probably a black because they've got some cover in their speeder.
Okay, 1 second. Sorry, it's a lot of symbols to add up. 1 second. Flat nothing.
Flat nothing. All right, so you take off a pot shot, and it just kind of pings off the front of the speeder, and then the two guys, as those two engines are winding up, the two guys who fell out of the back of your speeder, they get up and sprint to the nearest speeder, waving them down, trying to climb on it.
Okay.
Okay, and so that's back around. Arsher, you booking it for the ship?
Yeah, I'm still just trying to pilot it into the open cargo bay of our ship. Is there something I can accomplish this turn?
I think you probably still have one more turn of it before you can get into the ship there.
Okay, well I guess
you were about long range away from them.
Somebody else can. We're back at the top, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, then someone else might as well go if I'm just sitting here keeping it steady.
Keeping it straight.
Goose have anything particular?
So at this point, you've moved probably a little bit further away
From the pursuers.
Yeah.
I mean, I just keep shooting at them if it was my turn.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I actually shoot at their speeder?
You can. Some stats on my speeder here. Yeah, so let's see. When shooting at a vehicle, it's a silhouette 3, so it's a big enough target. Okay, so let's do this. We'll say for the vehicle, it's going to be medium range, but obviously it'll be still a hard shot for you with your critical. Okay, and you're gonna shoot them with your blaster rifle.
Pistol, yeah.
Blaster pistol. Alright. So, a hard check. Go for it.
Hard, you said?
Well, because it'll be medium range, but with your crit.
Okay, yeah, that's why I was just making sure
Yeah.
if you were talking about before or after I...
So it'd be medium, so it'd be average, but yeah.
Okay. Oh, I did not do as well this time. Yeah, that was all a wash.
Okay. So, again, you take a shot at it, it just kind of bounces off and doesn't really do anything, and they start to come on after you. Alright, who's next?
Did we decide that Arsh was going to take the last PC slot?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I guess that's me again? Or did... No, I just went... Or no, that was last round, wasn't it? That I whiffed. Yeah, because I went last round, so I'm going now, this round. So, same thing again? Oh, actually, this time I'm going to aim.
Yeah. You're going to aim?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that'll be a boost, right?
Yes.
And am I still getting the setback?
Getting the setback?
Yeah, you gave me a black last time, didn't you?
No, not this time.
Okay, so 2 green, a yellow, 2 purple, and a blue.
Okay. Are you aiming at the ship or the group? I mean, it's open topped.
The group.
Okay.
Looks like 2 successes. So
Okay. So how much damage is that?
6 plus. I can't remember. Did we count the initial success? That's just a success. It's not an extra damage, right?
Right. Just the.
No, it is.
Yeah. No, that one
You
is. Yeah.
rolled,
Anything positive
you
is added to
succeeded,
it.
and then every little boom adds 1.
Adds 1. But so if I got 2 successes, it wouldn't be base damage plus 2. It'd be base damage plus 1.
It would be base damage plus 2.
So yeah,
Okay.
plus 2.
All right. So then 8 damage.
Okay. So you shoot one of the guys, in the open top truck there, and he takes you see him basically like fall out of view, like he hunched down behind the console kind of thing. You can't see him anymore, but you can't really tell if he's down or out. Okay.
Okay. Good enough.
So they're pursuing you, and they are going to take a shot at you as well.
And I'm still under some kind of cover,
Yeah.
even if it's not a lot.
So they took a shot at you, and they missed completely. I mean,
Good.
you shot one of the guys there in their vehicle, and they just kind of are spraying wildly. It doesn't even hit the side of your sled there. The other group there is trying to catch up with you guys, and they're all both coming after you, but it's unfortunately about the same speed. They're going to take a shot as well, and they miss as well, and so it's round to Arsh's turn.
Alright, I'm gonna just keep accelerating as
You're going to take like an
hard as I
evasive
can.
maneuver or anything?
Sure. I'll do that. I'm not normally piloting.
Oh, you know what? You
Yeah.
can't take an evasive maneuver. You're not going
Oh.
fast enough.
Okay.
This
I guess
isn't-
I'll just...
Hey,
It's
can you
evasive.
try spitting? That's a good trick.
That's right.
So there's really not much I can do besides just
You can
drive
punch it,
straight, right? Yes, I'd like to do that.
but actually you're already going your max speed. So.
You've punched the sled, inflict 1 wound on your fist.
Can I, kind of, jiggle front and back in my seat to try and make it go a little faster?
You're like rocking, trying
Right.
to...
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything I can do. I guess I could turn around and pop off a shot, but that doesn't seem that effective.
I mean, you could probably turn you're going pretty slow. You could probably turn and take a shot if you wanted.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna the gun's in one of my right hands, and I'll put it over my left shoulder and
All right.
take a shot back.
So it would be medium. I'm going to give you a black for not having, full concentration on it and trying to drive.
Okay, I've got the medium range there. And what's the difficulty?
2 plus a black.
Oh, it does 2. Yeah. Okay. No problem. I'm a pro at light blaster pistols. We've got 8 damage and 1 advantage.
Okay.
I don't even know what I was shooting at. I just
You
pulled
just
off a random
turned
shot.
around and shot.
I hit somebody
Turns out you
for 8
hit-
damage.
you hit
So
me.
one of the guys in the other speeder, you see him just flail his arms up, and he actually loses his blaster. You see it fall out, and he starts clutching his chest. So
I gave that guy a heart attack.
So back around, you are actually right underneath the ship now. And coming back around to the top, you basically can drive up into the ship at this point, effectively cutting off, their vision for sure, if you wanted to do that.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Okay, so
Driving on up.
So, if Arsh is going to take the first slot this time, he pulls it up, and and 9 has the ship there where it's not landed, but it's not like too far off the ground. He's got the cargo ramp down, and it makes it look really cool, like you're about to like ramp all the way up into it kind of thing. And it's just, it's so cool. It looks like it's in slow motion, until you realize you're just going that slow as you like pull up into the ship.
It actually hits like the back of the hangar, just clunk.
It just clunk. Right. And so, what are you guys gonna jump out, yell at 9 to shut the door? What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I was gonna say, Arsh should be getting on his watch.
Yeah,
yelling at 9 to get us out of here.
9, take off, get us in the air. Go, 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 go. Also, remember to close the door so we don't fall out.
All right, hang on. You hear like the little watch beep, and voice coming from it, and the door starts to shut as it lifts off, and you see some blaster fire kind of coming around the door, but nothing serious, kind of thing. And so you take off, kind of thing, and you start flying out of there. But you haven't really given 9 instructions if he's supposed to leave the planet or if he's just flying away from the spaceport.
Head up towards the cockpit.
Okay, so you're jumping out, running up there.
Yep.
You guys are effectively out of combat now, so you're just kind of running up there to try to get in control of the situation.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Anybody else need to do anything before? Where did you get hit, Goose? Like, are you?
I got hit.
I didn't get hit nearly as badly, so I'll help him get to the nearest med
I got
pack.
crit. Ooh.
Yeah, you were not well, so I'll help him gimp along to the nearest.
You want to stab him with a med pack?
As hard as I possibly can. And we trust Arsh to,
What do you mean?
bounce.
How are you going to stab me with a med pack as I'm running to the cockpit?
He's like chasing you. He like hits
Well,
you.
you're not moving too well, so I can probably run you down.
I'm only half dead.
Uh-huh.
Well,
mostly.
Slightly more than half dead.
Mostly dead is slightly alive. Okay, so he's gonna stim pack you for 5 points.
There, you got stimmed.
Huzzah.
All right, so you reach the cockpit. 9 is just kind of flying in a straight path. He's not really doing anything. Where he sees you come in the cockpit. Where are we going?
You're not going anywhere. Get out of the chair. I'm flying now.
All right. He just kind of like swivels it around, and it's like those super plush green leather neck suit chairs, and they're a little too plush, and so it kind of swings around faster than he planned, and he just kind of swings around a second time before he gets out of it. And he's like, "Whoa, that was fun!" And he finally gets up and he lets you have the chair.
All right, I'm going to set a course towards another city on the planet.
Okay. So you're going towards another city, gonna set it down. Yep. You have not seen any pursuit as a craft, like any pursuit craft or anything. Mm-hmm. You seem like it was not necessarily a not too out of the normal incident for someone to be chased out of town per se.
We are in hut space.
You are in hut space after all. So you're just gonna go to another town, kind of lay low, or?
That's what I'm doing right now.
Okay.
I don't know what the other two are doing.
So you guys find another city. It's a pretty big, planet there still, and just kind of touch down like outside of town. Do you try to like get a landing bay?
Yeah, we'll land at the port.
Okay. So you land.
What does our med pack situation look like? Do we have like just a really good, well-stocked first aid station on the ship that we can just hit up whenever we need to and then eventually restock?
I think you've got that. So, if you just had one on you, I think you could, if you're if you're taking the time now to reach over and grab another one for later, you restock yourself.
Great.
Okay. So you go in and you land in this other spaceport town here, and it's a little bit smaller, so there's not like they don't like hail you and say, well, what's your clearance code? I mean, we're in hut space after all. But, you basically land unopposed and see, it's just kind of your normal outer rim town here. You're still, you know who you're trying to reach at this point. What do you want to do here?
I'm going to search the body of the Gamorrean whose lap I'm still sitting on.
Well, you're probably off his lap by the time we get to this other city, but we'll say that's what you do
in the meantime
during the flight.
Well, we can certainly also be checking for any signs of identification on him. Check his wallet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have a wallet.
Of course he doesn't have one.
Because he's a Gamorrean, but no.
Does he happen to have a first edition recording of Pillaging Villages One by One on him?
Just maybe.
That's my favorite Gamorrean song.
Yes.
It's also the only one I know.
No, he doesn't really have anything other than like the weapons that he had on him. But I mean, you can tell like they're clearly employed by a hut. But again, this is hut space, so there's more than one on a planet per se. So there's no indication of which one he's employed by.
Well, was there any other information we were looking to get, or did we already? I mean, we got some good information last time already.
Yeah, you got the name of the hut on the next planet that you're looking for. So, I mean, if if there's anything else you want to try to do on Boonta here, if you think that there's something that you need to do, then you could do that now. Otherwise, I think you're at a point where you would be taken off for
I don't know if anybody
Slay
else need
Heron.
to make sure they pick up like a trucker hat or a snow globe from this planet or anything like that.
A Boonta Eve classic trucker hat.
There you go. Ooh, I like that. I think 9 should get one.
To go along with his poncho.
Yep.
I'd like a little, it's not like a bobblehead, but, it's like a little pod racer, and it's kind of like
it's on a spring.
Nice.
It's like a little pod racer on a spring.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want one of those.
What's your favorite pod racer?
What's his name?
Odie Mandrell.
I have one. No, whoever
the
is
actual
the same
Zexto?
species as me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say you've got to have
what is his
him.
name?
It's not Gazgano, is it?
No, it's not Gascon.
No.
You probably have his jersey.
It's not. It's not Ben Quadraneros.
No.
It is. It's not unidentified Zexto pod racer. Is it?
It's that guy though.
I mean, he was in a Lego set that I had as a kid.
Maybe he only had a name in Legends. Click on the Legends tab, Joe.
Clearly. So I mean, you're pretty easily. You just kind of.
Yeah, Gascano.
It is Gasgano. Okay.
Well, there you go.
So you pick up.
He's my favorite.
So you stop briefly and you walk out, and there's all those like little shopping stalls right outside. You find one pretty easily, and did you find a hat?
Yes.
You
we
definitely found
the hat. Not even gonna roll
the
for
hat.
it. This is still part of the triumph from earlier.
That's right. So then you just like turn around and head back into the ship, and prepare for takeoff, heading off to Slay Heron.
Whoosh.
Great
how it
sound
ends.
effects.
What?
And
All
and I
right.
think that's where we'll leave it
that's
there.
the sound our ship makes when I flip the levers to go into hyperspace.
Yes, the Rain and Chubb is very.
It's
sound
actually built
proficient.
into the. It's like in electric cars, like not a lot of them, but some of them have like speakers built in to simulate noise, so it's not so unsettling. It's kind of like that, but it's speakers that it's all voiceover work that Tobias Starr put into the ship. So it's just him going whoosh as he accelerates.
Making his own sound effects.
Plays over the intercom across the entire ship.
Yes, that's perfect.
Turn the
right.
shields on, and he's just like, "Whoa!"
Exactly. All right. Well, I think that's a good place to stop it for this session.
All right, perfect. Well, thank you again, Seth, for jamming for us, and glad to be back doing RPG stuff. I want to do this every week, darn it. But we'll see, maybe in the future. But for now, we'll just catch you next time. And goodbye. I still don't have a sign off. But that's okay. Oh yeah, I was gonna make the guest do it. Adios, space cowboy.
We need some kind of lame pun about dice rolling.
Keep on rolling, listeners.
Wow.